what's hot and what's not. Trends. Welcome back and welcome. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Julie and I'm a longtime picker, thrifter, buyer, seller, antiques, uniques, secondhand, and pre-loved items. I had a booth in an antique mall for 17 years and I've been selling on eBay for over 27 years. And my channel, I actually started here on YouTube to inspire not only you, but myself. I wanted to inspire anyone out there that loves the vintage, the antiques, the uniques. And, I love to share my wares. How it inspires me, I have, after all those years, I'm not going anywhere. I'm still selling. But I no longer have an antique booth, but I have two very full inventory garages. And it's Tuesday, so we're in garage number 2. Tuesdays are garage number 2, and Fridays are garage number 1. Today, I want to talk with you about what's hot and what's not. Trends. I had done a similar video on Friday. If you haven't seen that, please do. Today, it's just, I'm trying to think about what I have in my stash here in this garage number 2 that's hot right now. And I'm sure I have plenty of things in my stash in this garage that are not. So I think I chose 4 categories, I guess you might say. What's hot? And then I also want to talk about, the do's and don'ts about trends. So first, let's get started with a cup of coffee. This, by the way, is the first trend. And actually, I didn't include that in the 4. So that's a bonus. Why? Anything with the American flag, because we are this year celebrating our 250 years as a country. So here, let's take a drink on that. I always bring my coffee. So please do join me. And by the way, this cup, let's say now that I already poured my coffee, it's made by Alco, ALCO Distributing. And after today, I'll put this into my eBay store. Oh, by the way, everything that I show you today will be put into my eBay store. eBay store is ATTIC TREASURES FLEA MARKET. I'll show you my items, probably brag about a few, and then I put them in my car, take them home, clean them up, get them photographed and pretty for you, and then I get them listed up on my eBay store. So let's get started. What's hot and what's not? The 3 do's and don'ts. Don't feel pressured to follow trends. I never have. Of course, if you follow me, you'll see that I have a hodgepodge of a lot of things. Don't feel pressured, because when you feel pressured to follow a trend, you're going to overpay for it. So, I encourage you, look at your prices. Don't overpay for it. And, what is it? Don't feel compelled. Don't feel compelled to follow a trend, because you know what? You might have your own trend, and that's okay too. And on the other hand, if it's not out of style, or if it's not in style, or if it's not a trend, don't throw it out. Because yes, eventually everything circles back. And, you may have to be patient, whether you're a buyer or a seller, but everything does cycle back. How about the do's? Well, you know what? If you do have something that's trendy, get it out. Brag about it. That's what I do. On the other hand, if you have something that's trendy and you don't like it. You know, this is a good time of the year. It's still spring. It's after Memorial Day, which is the start of June. So, you know, I think I know I'm doing it. Spring cleaning. So dig in those closets, get under those crawl spaces, and find a few things that you either maybe need to get out or get rid of. And then the other thing, I had a cheat sheet here. I think the third do is, you know what? Do what makes you happy. So that's my motto. All right, so let's get started. What's popular? What is trending? Small furniture, not the big stuff, not the hutches, not the entertainment centers, but the smalls. Things like benches and stools and storage. Now this I picked, and it's going to be a project for me before I get it listed into my eBay. This is an old piano stool, and it does have a swivel top. It's got sexy legs. Love it. And yes, you see dust on it. You're in my garage, so you're going to see a lot of dust sometimes. But I need to reupholster this. It's got, I don't know what it has for padding. It almost looks like maybe horsehair or straw. So I'll keep it original. I'll keep that all in there as long as it's in, you know, and I don't think it's moldy or anything, but, and then what I'll probably do is put a cushion pad, and then I've got fabric, because yes, I hoard fabric, just for doing some little upholstery projects like that. So that's one thing that's hot. What's another thing that's trendy? Vintage clothing. I'm hearing from the 80s, but you know, it runs the gamut. I'm a baby boomer, so it's kind of scary to think that some of the clothes that I have in my closet, or some of the clothes that I have in totes, are vintage, are that 40 to 50 years old. Eek. But I did bring a few things to show, and this is a Dion von Furstenberg. It's a lovely nautical shirt. And this is from my own collection. I actually have had this forever. It's in still great shape. The collar, the hidden buttons. And I used to wear this on special occasions, I guess you might say, when we would go out on the boat. By the way, I'm in Maine, so that would explain, you know, going out on a boat and having something nautical. I guess you don't have to live by the water to be nautical, but it does help. So that's one. This nice Dion von Furstenberg shirt. Made in USA, by the way. Yes, vintage clothing. Back when made in the USA was top notch. Now it's hard to find. And vintage. Here we go. Yes, this again is from my private collection. Let's see, the brand on this is Cinnamon Stick. And I'll show you the Made in USA. By the way, I don't know if I showed you the Dion Furstenberg label on that, so sorry, sometimes I get talking and I get carried away. Anyway, what this is a skirt and a top. Here, I'll show you the top first. And you know what? This is back when there were shoulder pads, so they can be detached, but yes, this has shoulder pads. And so it's a shirt meant to be on the outside, I suppose, and then it comes with a skirt. Of course, I'm not going to be too graceful about this, am I? Anyway, that's the skirt, and it's got a split in the back. And this is fancy. I don't know what I was thinking when I would wear this, but I I did live in Florida for a while, so that was probably the in thing. A little safari, a little tropical, and a lot of made in the USA. That will go in. And then, of course, it's summer. You know, I bought this years ago, and I don't believe I ever wore it. I never really liked myself in sleeveless shirts, but I'll show you the tag on that. But it's colorful. I mean, I can imagine myself in it, but now, no, I don't think so. But it's got some really pretty flowers. And it is, yes, sleeveless with a collar, made in the USA. So, small furniture, vintage clothing, what else? Art. People are wanting to put stuff up on their walls. Paintings is what I hear is the most popular, and second is photography. So I have a little of both. And the first one I'll show you is what appears to be a watercolor. And I'm going to make sure, I know I hate reflections, so I apologize for that, but it's a beautiful vased bouquet, and it's signed in that bottom right-hand corner. And I'm in my garage, so there's shadows here, but it appears to be something Baldwin. I'll show that to you real close so you can see that. But it is, that's a beautiful print. It's got a framing sticker on the back. If I stand back here, you might get even a better view. That's appears to be a watercolor, framed. And then this is a photograph that's been framed. It's titled Wild Apples in Jam Jar by Julie P. Baker Albright. Again, I'll show you that up close and a little farther back. Maybe get rid of a few reflections for you. On the back here is a, oh, I may have said that wrong. It's a Julie Y. Baker Albright. There's a little biography or a little excerpt of her and her paintings, or her photography, I should say, on the back of that. And if you wish to read it, you could probably put your finger on your screen and freeze it. This is just lovely. Another bouquet, and those appear to be wild apple blossoms in a jam jar, just like the title says. Now, what's out, what's not hot? Canvas art. And I have a lot of that. There was a time when I was selling a lot of canvas art. It's kind of just sitting in my eBay store. So that's kind of like not in. What else? Oh, we're in garage number 2. So of course you're going to look at a few lamps or lamp shades. I do have 3 that I'll be putting up into my eBay store. They're kind of vintagey, especially this one that has the inset spider fitter. It's kind of a golden tan. I've been doing real well with my lampshades. And that, you know, honestly, I think lamps and lampshades, personally, are, I think it's beginning to be trendy, which is good for me because I have a lot of lamps and lampshades. I have been doing very well. I've been doing okay with the lamps. You know, the disadvantage to selling lamps on eBay is that, you know, it's the shipping. The price of postage these days is kind of skyrocketed. So, you know, when you're buying lamps, some of them have a lot of weight to them. It can be pricey. This is a regular spider fitter. This is a shiny golden brown. And this one, again, has a spider fitter. And this is a little more beigey gold. So those are 3 lampshades that I'll get into my eBay store. And then I have 2 lamps. One, oh, let's talk about the third trend. Bamboo, rattan, and wicker. So I did pick a lamp that has some rattan or wicker. Actually, I've got some rattan furniture at home that's not for sale. But I did find a lamp that did have a very nice wicker and leather, or leather-like. It's got a turn on and off, probably a 3-way, and it does come with the finial. Now, the one thing is that I do have to take this home. I'll show you the bottom and show you the cord. Let's see. It's not an old lamp. It does have the more modern plug to it. Oops. You can see that. But I do need to do a little work on this, because when I had gotten this, it is, if you take a look at the bottom right here, it's kind of dented in. So I'm going to see what I can do before I get that listed into my eBay to straighten that out, because it's the base is metal and meant to be round. It's round, but it's got a bit of a dent in it right now. So I'll see what I can do for that one. So that may take a little while to get into my eBay store, but I will certainly do my best. Okay. Excuse me. I think I need a little coffee. Oh, there we go. And this is a old lantern. It's P&A Manufacturing Company out of Waterbury, Connecticut. It's got a metal base and a tall hurricane. Now what I'm going to do is I'll show you the whole thing. And then I'm just going to take off the hurricane part and show you what it looks like up nice and close. It's just, I love it. There's the bottom. It does have a wick, but I do believe, if I remember right, this would always kind of freeze up a bit. So it needs some oil or some kind of lubricant. So there's the label, the imprint on that. Again, this is probably, definitely vintage and probably antique. So, and then let's see. I think we talked about the 4 trendy items, and that was art, something for your wall, vintage clothing, small furniture, and anything bamboo, rattan, or wicker. And those are just 4 4 trends that I chose to pick today that happen to be in my stash here in this garage to share with you. That and at least this year, anything with the American flag. So let's see. Let me look at my cheat sheet to see if I missed anything. I don't think I did. I thank you for visiting and watching my channel. I do ask at this time to give me a thumbs up. I need your support. If you enjoy watching these kind of episodes, I'm in garage number 2 on Tuesdays and garage number 1 on Fridays. And I think I said it already. I hope that I inspire you. I know that these episodes inspire me because when I'm saying these things out loud, when I'm showing you things, when I talk about them and say that I'm going to get them into my eBay store, it motivates me. It holds me accountable. And how I would love you to participate is throw me a comment about what you might have seen today that you like, or let me know what you might be looking for. What trends are you following this summer? Or what trends do you just not like at all? I know there are a few that I've gotten kind of tired of. I'd have to say the 2 that I can think of that are just way overpriced, and maybe part of it is because I don't have any more to offer, are the fairy lamps and the hens on a nest. You know, I actually sold a few of those in the last year, and then I more recently sold a few fairy lamps. I unfortunately don't have any of those 2 trends to sell in my eBay store right now. So maybe bitter is not a very good word, but that's probably why I'm tired of the trend. I want another trend because I want to see if I have it in my stash. So thank you again. And I'll see you this Friday in garage number 1. And until then, enjoy your day, relax, kick back, and maybe when you're kicking back, you could go ahead and check out my eBay store, ATTIC Treasures Flea Market. Thank you.